Well, we want to bring back Professor Cullen Nicholson to talk more about this now from Triton College. And let's talk about what people are going to be seeing today here in Chicago. The Chicagoland area.
Well, in Chicago, we're going to be experiencing a partial eclipse of the sun. The umbra is going to pass south of us, so we're going to be in what's called the penumbral shadow. That means that a good portion of the light of the sun will be blocked, but some of it will still reach around the edge of the sun onto the ground below us. And we'll be able to see what appears to be a little sliver of light over the top of it for those of us that have direct viewing apparatuses, either the eclipse glasses or telescopes with specially prepared lenses on them, what they call solar filters. The pinhole projectors, which a lot of people are going to be trying to do, should make a little projection of a half crescent as well during the height of the eclipse. As you're watching this, it will very progressively move across the sun in a very uniform fashion, coming on from one side then off the other very smoothly, making that crescent shape.
And NASA is monitoring this eclipse. They have different stations set up across the path of totality across the United States, and specifically also set up at Southern Illinois University in Saluki Stadium. They're going to be monitoring things there. What are they looking for?
During a solar eclipse, you block out the photosphere of the sun. The photosphere, of course, is the most intense and bright part of the sun. It's what we usually consider the sunlight that's reaching us here at Earth. And this allows us to see other parts of the solar atmosphere. And so by taking away that great intensity, telescopes become much more functional in terms of being able to pick up the subtle variances in these atmospheric layers that are found around the edge. And you can even directly view them. The corona will be visible to anyone who's in the path of totality, even without the aid of a particularly sophisticated instrument. NASA, of course, will be using something a little bit more sophisticated than eclipse glasses.
Well, you know, it's funny what people think about the solar eclipse, because it is an exciting lifetime event for so many people. And one of my Facebook friends said, "I'm ready." And she shows me this picture of red lace. I said, "I don't get it. What are you talking about?" She says, "Well, Mexican tradition, you know, with the solar eclipse, they believe that if you're pregnant, you have the possibility of losing your baby." It's a superstition, obviously, but she's playing along with it. I gotta imagine, like, over the years and history, you know, these events probably may have freaked people out a little bit.
Almost every culture in the world has its own version of mythology associated with eclipses. So it was something that's easily visible, and it was probably for many of the people out of the ordinary at first. Though many ancient cultures did eventually figure out that the cycle repeated itself. And going back to almost 500 BC, there were discussions about the repetition of the cycle that was being exchanged amongst philosophers in the ancient world. And definitely by at least 425 BC, there was a cycle known to be predictable, but the Babylonians had created. This has been independently discovered by other cultures throughout the world, throughout history. And so this event, one of the reasons I think it scared our ancestors so much, the sun has traditionally been our great symbol of life. So it provides the daylight and a symbol of good overall. And to have it suddenly obscured in the middle of the day, the natural cycle is broken. And so naturally people had to explain it. And I think that's where a lot of these things tend to come from.
Yeah, I think I would be freaking out back in those days if I was around. But yeah, now you got Google.
Now everybody lives their home telescope.
We're hyping it up and everything. Yeah.
And the news channels that are 24/7.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Professor. We appreciate you being here. Coming up on Good Day Chicago, we're going to be sending it out to Jake Hamilton, who is standing by at Professor Nicholson's home base.
That's right. He's at Triton College, where students and staff are getting ready for their viewing in just a few hours. Hey, Jake.
That's right, guys. All of these folks are here snagging tickets to the slew of eclipse events they have going on. Guys, are you excited? Yeah! I'll tell you more on how you can come out here coming up.